Welcome back to another episode of Innings Insights. It's been a while. Last time we recorded was June. Life gets busy, but you know what? We're here. Today is December 20th, 2024. We're talking about where Corbin Burnes will end up. Cue the music. Welcome back to Innings Insights. I'm your beloved host, Braden Hyena, joined by the co-host, the legend of San Mateo, California, Chris Blanco.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So today we're going to, a lot has happened in the baseball world since we last spoke here, but today's really going to be focused on Corbin Burnes. Now, the Giants went out. Oh, my God, so many things have happened. Buster Posey's in charge now since the last time we talked. Farhan Zaidi's gone.
Yes.
Willie Adames is a Giant.
For good.
He's gone for good. Willie Adames is our new shortstop. Unfortunately, Mike Yastrzemski is still on the roster. However, there have been talks that he will be on
There are
the
trade
move.
talks.
If that is correct, yes. We're looking for a first baseman. Christian Walker just signed with the Astros this afternoon. 3-year deal, about $85 million, I want to say. Can't remember.
I didn't see the final number. I saw 3 years.
Can't remember off the top of my head. Giants need a first baseman. Looking for another outfielder and an ace. Who's that ace on the case? Chris Blanco.
Sasaki? Oh, no. Corbin Burnes.
Corbin Burnes, that's right. Anyway, before we get into that, Christian Walker, 3 years, $60 million. So I was off by about 20.
That seems really low for him.
A little bit. Okay. So, Corbin Burnes. A little controversy I want to dive into. If anybody out there follows my social media or knows what's going on, I made a report 2 days ago from a source inside the organization that Corbin Burnes and the Giants were in a little bit of a predicament regarding specifics of the contract, mainly the opt-outs. We know Scott Boras is a big fan of the opt-outs. Blake Snell had an opt-out. Matt Chapman had opt-outs. And it looks like, from what I heard, Boras and Burnes wanted an opt-out after the second year. Buster Posey and Greg Johnson would not budge on it. And then the report followed from Jeff Passan, who a lot of you probably know more than me, that there would not be a deal until after Christmas. So Scott Boras doing what he does, squeezing the life out of everybody, trying to get as much money as he possibly can from the Giants. The Blue Jays are also in, and I heard the Mets name come up a little bit too. I don't think he'll be going to the Mets, though. That would be crazy. But Blue Jays and Giants definitely 1 and 2. We saw this tactic from Scott Boras back. It wasn't Scott Boras, it wasn't Aaron Judge's agent, but it worked for Aaron Judge when he used the Giants as leverage in talks with the Yankees to get a bigger contract with the Yankees. It seems like Scott Boras is trying to do the same thing for his client. What do you think about all this?
I think it sounds like the Giants, as always. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're always in on everyone, and they're always the top team to get somebody, and then it doesn't happen. You know?
Never happens.
I mean, it's happened with, goodness, where do we start?
Bryce Harper was
Harper,
the first. Stanton.
Judge.
There was also
Stanton. Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Yamamoto.
Correa.
Yeah, Correa.
Ohtani twice, mind you. Shohei Ohtani, before he signed with the Angels, we were in on him. Then he went to the Angels, and then in on him again. He went to the Dodgers. So your hopes can never be up. Like you texted me the other day, you are not going to believe that Willie Adames is on this team until you see him on the field. And I don't even know
if he's actually on the field.
I don't even know if we can believe it then that he's, a Giant.
Exactly. So, I never believe anything about this team until it actually happens.
Yeah, no. So
I don't even know if Matt Chapman actually signed an extension. Who knows?
Well, yeah,
Maybe he's not going to be on the team next year.
He might be gone. Anyway, so I wrote this for Clutch Points. We rolled it back as a safety precaution, more for the reputation of Clutch Points, the group, rather than myself, just to play it on the safer side. The source has been right one time. But the one time was the only time I asked about anything, and that was about Willy Adames. So
100%.
He's batting 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So he changed the article to more of a editorial rather than a news, where it's more like, well, this could happen, this could not happen. However, I think, based on what happened after the news broke, that we're waiting until after Christmas. Obviously, there's some reason that he's not signing right now. There's no reason for him to sign. Max Fried already signed. Patrick Sandoval, excuse me. Patrick Sandoval signed with the Red Sox earlier this morning. I don't know what
Luis Severino signed.
he did with
that was a while ago.
with the Athletics. He's not Oakland. They're not Oakland.
Nope, not Oakland.
I'm not understanding what the reason would be for him to not be signing now, other than there is something in negotiations that isn't going right. And I'm not going to toot my horn yet because nothing's happened, but nothing happened. And another thing with that was, I was told, and I hope it's not true, that if the Giants didn't sign or close on a deal, what was it, Tuesday night when I broke the news?
Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Might have been Wednesday, actually. Today's Friday. It might have been Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
That the Giants were out. That he
Yes,
would
you
not
did
be
say
a
that.
Giant, and they were out. So, I don't know. We'll see. I am, as a Giants fan, I'm hoping that is not the case. But, like I said, this guy is on the inside, so I have no reason not to trust him yet. So hopefully he gives me a reason to, and I never use him again.
I like to think that we have been so far ahead of everyone else, all the other teams, in the process, that I think they will figure out some sort of common ground, maybe an opt-out after like a fourth year.
Yeah.
Halfway through the contract, since it's been rumored that he's going to get 8 years. But who knows? I think at this point, 2 years is a little early for an opt-out, but 3 or 4 preferably, I would do that.
I agree. Max Fried set the record-setting deal, 8 years, $218, which is
crazy.
the most money that a left-handed starter has signed for in MLB history. So
2 things to say about that. 1, overpaid. 2,
yes,
I don't know how there was not another lefty that has gotten paid more, like Clayton Kershaw, for example. Just a random name to throw out there.
I don't know who that is.
Or Blake Snell. Blake Snell's way better than Max Fried.
I agree 100%. So, I guess to counter my claim that the Giants are having trouble with negotiations, the same case goes for Alex Bregman. I haven't heard any rumblings of Alex Bregman, where he might end up, who's talking to him.
Nothing.
But Jeff Passan said that both Corbin Burnes and Alex Bregman, which are the 2 players left with distinct markets that include crossover, sharing the agent Scott Boras, will likely sign after Christmas.
Mm-hmm. He's normally an after Christmas kind of guy. He likes to wait and lurk in the shadows.
He likes to just suck everybody dry and bring them along with him.
I think that the Yankees could go for a third baseman.
I think they could. I've heard Red Sox, but
Mm-hmm.
Alex Cora said that they won't move Devers to first base, which is a terrible idea because he sucks at
He's the
defense.
worst.
So, but he knows how to swing a bat. I don't know what they want to do with that, but it is what it is. You were telling me a little bit ago, I've been in the car, I just got home, that the Giants are talking to somebody that matches against them?
Goldie?
Mm-hmm. What did you hear
Yeah,
about that?
I don't know why. I just heard that they are in talks, that they have talked to each other. Not advanced talks, just a little phone call. Hey, how you doing? Where do you want to sign? But he's old. He definitely has shown his decline in the last couple of years after winning the MVP in 21.
21.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't love the idea of signing this old fart, like 37 years old.
No.
But I know you don't like Lamont Wade Jr. So if you get somebody else over there at first base, I'm sure you'd be happy with it.
Absolutely. I was hoping for Christian Walker. I don't know.
So was I.
I don't think. I'm saying it like I'm not in my own brain. I don't think I would want Pete Alonso just because of how much we'd have to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
How long he'd be there doesn't really wouldn't really fit unless we do a one year deal or a 2 year with an opt out after the first. Club option would probably be the best because Bryce Eldridge has torn it up in the minor leagues. He is already in Double-A, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Might start the year off in Triple-A.
He probably will.
But, he's going to be a stud, hopefully. We thought the same of Luciano. We thought the same of Matos. It might be too early to tell for Matos. But I think Luciano might be, we signed Adames for a reason. So
I think he needs to be traded.
Unless we move Fitzgerald to the outfield and he goes to second, or he platoons with Fitzgerald at second. I don't think Bob Melvin's a platoon guy like Kapler was. Thank you, Jesus.
We have too many outfielders.
We've always had that problem. Know what? The only thing I want with the outfielder, as long as there's a different name in that lineup in left field on opening day, I am happy.
And a different name in right field, too.
Right. I don't want Mike Yastrzemski.
No, you don't.
He's a great guy, but he's not a great ball player. And you know what?
Great glove, though.
Great glove, but I'm tired of mediocrity. A right fielder is supposed to be that power bat in the lineup that is either going to mash it or strike out. And he just strikes out, and maybe a double when we're already down 8-1. So it doesn't make much sense to keep him around. I think we can get some value for him.
I think so too. Somebody that values a glove first outfielder.
Absolutely. Now,
yes,
Camilo Doval.
Okay.
We had thought that the Giants sent him down. Ryan Walker is clearly the guy now.
Mm-hmm.
However, Buster Posey said that he does not want to trade Doval, and he wants him in the plans going into next season. So, where does that leave him? Does he become the setup man? What do you think the Giants should do with Camilo Doval?
I think Walker's for sure the closer, and I think that they're just going to let Camilo do his thing. Just do his thing.
Yeah.
See how he is. See where he ends up. If he has an ERA in high threes, he's not going to be a setup man. They'll let, I don't know, one of the Rogers brothers do that. Hopefully not.
Yeah, they're kind of becoming a problem.
Sign someone else. Kenley Jansen's out there. I think Kimbrel's out there. They're both old.
They're old. You know what?
Kirby Yates.
Am I crazy to say that the weakest link on our roster would be our bullpen, which always seems to be the problem, by the way?
Yeah, it's probably that. I mean, I don't know. Our rotation's pretty, it could be really good, but they really have to prove themselves. So yeah. I'm not sure.
Robbie Ray really has to prove himself.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't terrible last year, but he wasn't great. I still get PTSD from that Braves game where he gave up a grand 5 runs in the first inning, and he was on my fantasy team.
But the first time he came back, he threw 5 no-hit innings
against the Dodgers.
Yep,
that was good. Jordan Hicks. Yeah, what do we do with Jordan Hicks? Is he gonna slide back into the rotation? I think it will never happen. It will never happen. But if the Giants get Sasaki and Burnes, maybe he's number 5. You go Burnes 1, Webb 2, Sasaki 3. Hicks.
I don't think they're taking Webb out of 1. Webb's going to be the ace still. He's going to be opening day starter. I think he's just the homegrown guy. They're not going to move him. Yes. And then who else do you have? You got Harrison, Birdsong,
Harrison
Luke.
Birdsong. Not Harrison Birdsong. That's not his name. Hayden Birdsong.
You've got Black.
Mason. I don't know.
Wissenhunt.
Oh, he's going to come up soon too.
They got a lot of starters.
How long do we have Robbie Ray for?
I think he has just this year. He could have opted out, but obviously he wasn't going to do that.
No.
I think it's just this year.
I think you're right. I did see that he could opt out, but he didn't. That'd be good. You get one more year out of him, maybe. Trade him at the deadline, maybe. Call up Carson, whatever, Wissenhunt.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Burnes, really. I was getting a lot of angry Giants fans on my Twitter when I
that sounds right.
put that out, and we took the story down, and people are tweeting apologies like, I guess it was fake news. No, it wasn't fake news. We took it down just safety reasons, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to look stupid because, like I said, this guy is not 100% reliable. I mean, he's 100%, but he's not reliable. He's not somebody I'd, trust. But I did.
He's not Jeff Passan.
He's not Jeff Passan. He's not, it's not like I'm talking directly to, Greg Johnson or anything. Or Larry Baer. Maybe
if you do, let me know.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, Greg Johnson doesn't do anything.
No, he just signs his
He
checks.
just has money.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, I don't know. Hopefully the Giants can get one more big name free agent. I'd like to see Teoscar Hernandez, but I don't think that'll happen. I haven't heard
another
anything
outfielder
about the Giants talk. Another outfielder. But if we trade Yaz and Wade together, send them together. Keep them together. Send them to Boston.
We don't have a DH.
His name is Wilmer Flores.
No, I forgot about him.
I don't want Wilmer. He had one
I
year.
purposely forgot about him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we just have all these old platoon guys from the Farhan Kapler advanced analytic era that worked 1 year, and it was a fluke year, clearly. So
I just don't know how we've had Flores for so many years. Like, he's not on contract, right?
I mean, he was good the first 3 years he was here.
But then the next 4 years after that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know who we'd have that would slide into that DH spot. Wilmer would obviously be a bench bat.
Eldridge
would be first base.
Right, I know. But
I mean, you put
he's
Teoscar
in
left,
6'8", 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, he's
just like another 6'7", 6'8" man that's in the big leagues.
He's younger than I am, which is just heartbreaking.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Well, you already gotten to that point. Wander Franco is younger than you are, but you don't want to say that name.
You probably didn't bring him up.
Oh, I don't want to say that name. Our video is going to get deleted on YouTube.
Exactly.
Well, I guess that's all I've got about Corbin Burnes. Just wanted to get that out there, figure out where he's going. It sounds like Blue Jays, Mets, Giants. According to my source, Giants are out since he didn't sign, but I'm hoping that's not true.
I think he signed with us.
I'm praying to the Lord that when he signs with the Giants, that there will be something in the past and tweet that says something about the opt-out and how that was a problem, and then you guys can all kiss my behind. I was right.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed. We'll see.
We'll get back on here once he signs.
Will we? You're a busy man. I literally texted Ethan and I said, you're on call for emergency podcast to us because I don't know if Christopher will be able to do it.
I'll make time.
You're here. Okay, good. Well,
I'm here.
Anyway, this was short and sweet, almost pretty much 18-minute episode. Short, sweet, to the point. Busy lives. Hopefully we'll be back when Corbin Burnes signs with the Giants. We didn't do one for Adames, which is really weird and out of character, but I guess we'll figure that out another day.
We got him.
We got him. Mm-hmm. He's ours. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We've been inconsistent, but at least we're recording. So
we're here.
Anyway, Christopher does the outro, so he'll talk to you about what to do now.
Oh goodness, I was not prepared for this at all. It's been so long.
It has been a long time.
Like and comment and subscribe, right?
That's right. Share with your aunt.
Share everything.
Yeah, that's right.
And your cousins.
And your cousins.
Are important, I think.
That's right. Are they?
Depends on the cousin.
I can't think of a single cousin of mine that I like.
Exactly. That's why I said it depends on your cousin.
That's right.
Goodbye,
Merry Christmas
everybody.
to all. Happy New Year. God bless America. Cue the outro.